You feel very sorry for all these immigrants that are coming into our country, right? The ones who are being persecuted, the ones who are running away from their countries because they have no food to eat, they have nowhere to go, their houses are all taken away. I know that you feel very, very sorry for them. But I got some flashing news for you. And I need you to listen because I came from a place that was destroyed by the same ideology. You feel sorry for these people, but you're supporting the same policies that destroyed their country. We Americans are going to end up just like them if we don't start taking action right now. More than half of these immigrants come from Venezuela. Go ask them if they're able to purchase a firearm in Venezuela. Go ask them why they're leaving their countries. Go ask them how many good citizens were killed by the state police that are now controlling everything, and you're not able to say what you need to say. You don't have any more freedom of speech. You just have to say amen to everything that Maduro says. And still, you want to stop American people from purchasing firearms. Don't you understand that having the right to defend yourself, our Second Amendment, is actually protecting our First Amendment, the most important amendment of all? If we're not able to defend ourselves, our government can take away our most precious thing, which is our freedom. You keep promoting welfare like it's the best thing in the world. The government is actually so happy about it all because it's easy to control people when you give them some sort of money here and there, when you buy them their food. They actually want this from us. We need to run away for any type of welfare. I understand some people will need it eventually, but this got to be like for an urgent situation. We should not be celebrating welfare. You create debt in this country, and now you come up saying that you have solutions for it, and people are blindly accepting it. This type of government is the same type of government that destroyed Venezuela and other countries like mine, Brazil. When the government controls your food, your housing, your income, you are not in good hands. Stop believing that the government is here to help you. They're not. And especially this government trying to erase the middle class. They just want to divide us into rich and poor. And when they're able to do that here in America, I'll tell you, my friend, that's the day America is over. You're supporting policies that discredit the family as an important institution for our society. You're trying to take away parents' rights on their children. They've already infiltrated the press, they've already infiltrated schools and universities, and they're just ready for you all to give in. But we should not. I need you to open your eyes and see and take these countries as an example. Why are these people here? What are they running away from? I need you to think about that for a second and start thinking about the things that you're supporting and defending here in America. And you'll understand that the end result for all of the things that you support is the same thing that happened to these people's countries. And now look at them, risking their lives to get in here. I'm not saying it's correct. I don't agree with illegal immigration, but I do know that one of the biggest arguments of people who say they agree with it, that poor people, blah, 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 is this. Like, oh, you're so heartless. Don't you look at them and feel sorry for them? Like they came from such bad countries, all of this stuff. So here I am telling you, yes, you're right. You're right. They did run away from their countries, but I want you to ask yourself a question that goes in depth of why did they leave their countries? What happened there? And when you start studying about it, you'll see that
in truth, they're not people to you anymore. They're the enemy within that has to be removed for the good of the state. The dehumanization has created the moral ambiguity under which the banality of evil proliferates. Your ideas are rooted in nationalism and a love for your country, and the idea that a certain group of people has created a situation that causes an alien foreign culture to propagate in your country that has to go away, because otherwise your country will fail. And because they're not people to you anymore, the treatment of them can be substandard. They can be treated like animals. They can be treated however they need to be treated to make sure that the country is saved. And you're okay with that. Because in your mind, you wouldn't make the choice that they've made, and so it would never happen to you. These are the notes that I made while reading an article about Oscar Groening, the Auschwitz guard that was tried at age 94 for being an accessory to murder. He justifies his actions by saying that they were caused by the propaganda that was spoon-fed to him since he was a child, and that his lieutenant said to him that this was just something that they had to accept, to not even think about. Just something to think about.
The MAGA voters the white MAGA voters feel that immigrants should not have space in America, and the kind of treatment they should get should not be the same as the whites of America. This is a disheartening statement that I'm hearing for the first time in my life, because I thought that we should have a society that treats everyone equally. This is a moment when someone openly says that a certain race should not have a space in America because they are immigrants. Yet some of them are in America legally, with a few number being there illegally, which is being or should be addressed. I want you to watch the reaction of Black Americans on this kind of placed thought or misplaced thought on how immigrants should be treated, so that we know if America belongs to everyone, and is it a free society where these kind of thoughts should be eliminated and should be castigated in the longest term and strongest terms possible. So let's watch this video and reactions for us to make a comment in the end.
Immigrants, whether they are documented, undocumented, if they're legal or illegal, immigrants that come to this country deserve our respect. They are risking everything they have to come here for a better way of life. Most of them, like 99% of them, are law-abiding citizens just trying to make their way and provide for their families. So when you say, why do you want illegals to stay? It doesn't matter if they're legal or illegal, they're still human beings. And I don't really care if someone has paperwork or doesn't have paperwork. If they come to work every single day, they do their very best to bust their butt and give all, earn the money that they want, care about whether or not they're legal or illegal. Because guess what? As someone that's a business owner or someone that works alongside people that are illegal, I look at it as like this. If this person is putting this amount of effort to do their job and do it well, then they deserve my respect. They deserve to make money. They deserve to be able to provide for their families. They shouldn't be treated like criminals and then detained and deported and ripped away from the family that they've been working so hard to provide for. If you have a problem with that, leave a comment. If you agree with me, please leave a comment. If you guys are sympathetic to the people, please leave some kind of heart, follow. Undocumented immigrants and illegal immigrants are a drain on our economic society. No, they're not. Last year alone, undocumented illegal immigrants contributed $179 billion to our economic well-being. That's right, because while all of these illegal immigrants are working for less than what most Americans would work for, they still contributed in 2024 $179 billion of payroll, and they put that back into the economy, actually bought stuff like groceries and food and produce, goods for their homes, clothes for their children. So you're actually trying to say that the undocumented illegal immigrants are a drain on our economy, but they're actually putting into our economy, because every single dollar they make here in the United States is going into living in the United States, because guess what? They've made it so expensive to live here that politicians aren't really worried about our quality of life. So these undocumented immigrants, while they're working for less than what Americans are working for, they're still contributing to the economics of our country, putting in $179 billion in 2024 alone. And yet you want to try to criminalize them and try to say that their money isn't good here. You're telling me that all of a sudden all of these small businesses that are relying on travel or trade or the tourisms and all that, and the restaurant businesses, now that all of these undocumented illegal immigrants are now taken out of the equation, where's all that money going to come from? Please leave a comment, repost, and share this with more people, because we need to start teaching people on mass scale what's really going on about the undocumented and illegal immigrants in this country.
I want to make a few comments on this video, because we are in a situation where we have to fight to build a new generation of people who are ready to live together in harmony and not in conflict always, as had been before. So when white MAGA voters say that immigrants do not deserve a better treatment, and they are not part of human society, does it mean that they feel the blacks should go back to the slavery, that the ancient slavery that affected most of the lives of the blacks, which has never been addressed to date? They were forced work in the farms without pay, harsh working conditions. Some of them were whipped while working. Some of them were crying for their safety because they were being mistreated in the farms and even other areas of work. They were not seen, sorry for that, they were not seen as humans, and the American society felt that these are people that are meant to be used and made work without any compensation. So, if we reach a time like this when someone still has that mindset that immigrants should be mistreated, then we are still far from reaching an equal and stable society. Let's have it in our heart to live together as humans, because that is what even God wants us to do. We have to get something that unites our bond. Let's forget about the skin color, because skin color is just a small pigment that should not create our difference. We have same brain capacity, all senses are active in us, and no one is much better than another. So this is a conversation that needs to go on. Let's be all in one page. Let's respect one another. Let's treat others with the decorum they deserve and dignity they ought to receive. That is what this society would be proud of, and the future generation would say that our forefathers did this for us. We cannot disappoint them. We also have to maintain this legacy that they have built for us. So if you're watching us, kindly say something, give us a thought on this. What do you feel this what do you feel about these kind of statements or this kind of thought? Also, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you, and have a nice day. May the good Lord bless you.